Ladies and gentlemen, this is PJ Glanick reporting from Sandwich Central. This could be an historic day. What we are about to do is take Korean type beef, cut up, then we're going to place it nice and spicy, right? Is that what it's called? Yeah. The Amazing Gustavo is making it, right? Is that it? It's got like a barbecue Korean taste to it?
That's it.
Okay, but this is what we're going to do for the first time. We're going to put it in an arepa. And if you don't know what an arepa is, it's made from corn flour. It's like a pita, but it's much stronger sides. We're going to show you that in a little bit. Right there, the arepas are being prepared by an arepa artist, Luz, the arepa artist. And we're going to take the beef, then we're going to take Korean kimchi, put that on top of it. That's fermented vegetables. And then finally, I'm going to put, to balance out the little bit of sourness from the kimchi, I'm going to put oyster sauce on it, which is nice, kind of a little bit sweet. It's the yin and yang. And then over all that, we're going to melt some Swiss cheese and see what happens. I consider myself to be like the Nikola Tesla of sandwiches. In other words, I've envisioned this before we even do it. Just like Tesla envisioned his alternator. Unlike Edison, instead of experimenting and all that, he envisioned it all in his mind, and it worked out perfect. So let's see what happens with the sandwich. We'll report back in a little bit. We have a steamy moment here in the preparation. But don't worry, things are going good. I expect great things. We will find out here. See these things here? They make the arepas from that. You see how the arepas right there? That's from corn flour. The only ones that are really good, there's only one brand, and I'm not don't work for them or anything. It's Polar, right? Polar. It's the only ones. You have to get Polar. Now, if you live in South Florida, most supermarkets have it. Otherwise, you can order it online. Okay, the Korean beef is ready. We got some arepas here, just about ready. You see here, these are arepas cooking. These are arepas ready. We're going to open it up, and make a nice pocket. Much, of course I'm prejudiced, but much better than a pita, because the reason why, it's a thicker crust. And we're almost ready for, I guess, best way to call it, a sandwich touchdown. The time has come. The time has come to open the pocket. Open the pocket. Open the pocket. Wait. We got kimchi. Kimchi. And then the other part, very important, oyster sauce. Oyster sauce. So first, a little bit of the meat. Then the kimchi. Put some kimchi in. We're opening the arepa pocket. Now, one thing, the arepa advantage, that's it. The pockets, the crusts are thick, so it can get nice and moist inside, and it won't break through. Now, some meat, a little bit of meat. Then kimchi. Here. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. No, you're not getting it. Take some of that meat out. You're not getting what we're doing here. Okay, now put some kimchi. Put some kimchi. Put several chunks. Don't be shy. A couple more. Don't be shy. Okay. And now the oyster sauce to balance off the little bit of, it's fermented. Wait. Okay.
Now the
cheese. Pour the cheese on. The fusion. Yeah, that's it. Okay, that's it. Now we're going to go to the historic moment of eating it. Let me go to the table.
Let me prepare two.
No, let me eat one because it's a historic moment. Okay. Get the plates are there. Go get it. Okay? Okay. And now, for the first time in human history, a Korean Arepa. Remember, it's an Arepa. We got the Korean beef, we got the kimchi, we got the oyster sauce to balance out the kimchi, and melted Swiss cheese. So let's see. I mean, theoretically, this is going to taste great, but what's the reality? Ooh, now I know how Neil Armstrong felt. First time on the moon. All right, first time. This is the first time in history. The Korean Arepa. Good. Excellent. Oh, man. Oh. Yeah. The only thing I would recommend is cut the kimchi up a little bit loose. Cut the corta and más poquito the kimchi. And that's all. That's all you have to do. It's fine. It's fine. All right. Well, I want it. Cut my kimchi. And you know what? That doesn't sound right. I hope Lorena Baba isn't around. Good. It's so good. The kimchi balances out so good against the meat, and especially that oyster sauce, and the cheese is a nice finishing touch. Pretty much worked out as I thought it would, but actually it tastes even better. Now you can see why this really wouldn't work in pita. It's way too moist. It's too moist. But as you can see, it doesn't need on a Arepa. It holds it in. Okay, I'm on my second Arepa. It's the same as the first Arepa, but the only difference is that the kimchi, see, I cut them to about 1/4 the size of before. The chunks before were a little too big for fitting into the sandwich. Well, they fit in, but they were awkward. So it should taste the same, but easier to eat. Somebody's at the door. Oh, this is good. This is excellent. That duck sauce works so, the oyster sauce works so nice against the kimchi and the beef. The birth of a new sandwich. The Korean Arepa. Like I said, if you live in South Florida, you should find a Polar Pan Arepa at almost all the supermarkets. If you're outside area, you can't find it. I believe you can easily order it online. I've seen it. As far as making the beef, you gotta look up a recipe on that. We used flap steak. Flap meat. Flap, F-L-A-P meat. By itself, it didn't taste so great, but man, when he does it up Korean style, it's a whole different thing. But you can't beat it in these arepas. Like I say, the secret is that kimchi on top of the meat, on top of the flap beef that's actually kind of nice, tangy Korean style. And then oyster sauce on top of the kimchi. It just balances out real nice. And then top it all off with melted Swiss cheese. Excellent, excellent. Gonna be eating this all the time. That's so good.